on Thursday night. We're back again after a week off with Google Hangouts dropping out last week. We had to take a break, but we are back in full force. I'm looking forward to talking sports betting. There's plenty of sport on this weekend, in particular rugby, but English Premier League fans are absolutely gagging for the start of that as well. Just a reminder, if you are new to the show, go down below and hit the subscribe button. I look forward to chatting to you, some of you in the live chat as well. Welcome to Peter, Paul, and Helgard Werner, who've already signed in. I know there is a slight delay on the live chat, but look forward to your comments. We'll have a couple of competitions to run as well. Well, welcome back from holiday, Gary Lenton. He's looking fit and healthy. He's had a bit of a tan, I see there, Gary.
No, we had fantastic weather, Brent. I must admit, not a single bad day. The weather hasn't been quite the same since I got back to Cape Town last week. But, you know what I mean, between all the rain and everything, we managed to get in 18 holes today. And I've got another 18 hole scheduled tomorrow for Pearl Valley. So, you know what I mean, I haven't exactly hit the ground, as you'd say, running when it comes to work. But I have hit the ground in some way, some form, whatever. No, that's not it. I did put in 6 days in a row from when I got back, you know what I'm saying? So I am off today and tomorrow. And then, yeah, that's it. And then I'm in Joburg a couple of days next week and then off to Switzerland for my sister's 50th. And, you know, then after that, it's just full steam ahead till the end of the year, yeah.
I got to admit, I think the guys who watch this show on a regular basis, if you ask them what they want to be when they grow up, they're going to say a bookmaker. Man, it sounds like a hell of a life.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, when they come sit in my office on Tuesday and they see the people that won, they got all those withdrawals there. The page is that long with the withdrawal. The people that have got credit and lost, there's a page that long with their excuses, you know. No. I mean, at the end of the day, I love what I do. I'm really happy. I mean, I'm very lucky, you know what I'm saying? I'm very blessed and everything. And yeah, it's you know what I mean. It's a good job being a bookmaker. I mean, you know what I mean. I made a decision a long time ago to try do things throughout my life that I enjoy and try avoid the things that I don't enjoy, Brent. And you know, work does screw me over occasionally with the things I don't enjoy. But I do enjoy my job. That's the truth, though.
Excellent. Well, good to see some of the boys coming in on the live chat. The delay kicking in now. Sorry, Gary.
See that? I can see Han Dimon said hi all.
Yes, that's nice. Now this new browser that we go through now, a couple of guys in Canada run it, and I'm really impressed. And they're constantly innovating, and we can do a few things that we weren't able to do on the show before. So I'll be able to bring up a few of the competition entries and that to show you as well when we talk about things like correct scores and stuff. And
right,
Gary, let's get on to the weekend because we're obviously going to talk a bit of EPL, but I'd like to start on the Rugby Championships. The Rugby Championships coming to an end. We got 2 big games. We got Australia against New Zealand on Saturday morning, and I haven't looked at the kickoff time, but Argentina, South Africa, that'll be on Saturday night. How are you betting it? What time, Gary?
I think 20 to 10 Saturday night. SA
okay, time. Not too bad. How are you finding the betting action on that game? I must say I like New Zealand on the minus quite strongly. I fancied them at 10.5. I haven't actually bet yet. Has the line moved?
No, it hasn't, Brent. The one thing you might enjoy a lot then is our price boost this week. We've got the big, and I mean, I'll be honest with you, this is the busiest we've been. Hello, Henrik, how are you? Yeah, that is happy. You can read his comments. But, Brent, can you read everything that Henrik says?
Yes, I can.
You're still smiling. You can't, that must be a DM that he sent me saying that he thinks you got a funny hairstyle. You can't read it.
Yeah, and I'm looking a bit like, for some reason, every now and again, I look like Donald Trump here with a bit of orange glow.
And he didn't say anything about your hairstyle. I'm only pulling your leg. So what we did, and like I said, we've been so busy on this, is we've gone 1, 2, 3, the All Blacks outright.
Right.
Now, you know what I mean, 1 to 5, 2 to 11 seems to be the general price. I'm not going to lie to you. I got a call from Dave today to say he'd like to pull it. We've been so busy, Guys are just flying into the All Blacks, and I don't blame them. The reason we've done it is to create interest and for people to get on. I don't just do price boosts to where the people got no chance. I mean, this is one where you should win. A team's 1 to 5, you really should win. You know what I'm saying? And we're offering 1 to 3. I think I'll get a chance to trade during the game. I'm not sure that the All Blacks will just hit the front and run away with it from the get-go, There you go.
Shane Hendrick's comment there, he reckons it's free money.
No, it is. It is. I mean, there's a possibility, and it probably will. I mean, the truth of the matter is you're talking about a really good rugby side against a bunch of, clowns. But stranger things have happened. I'll just tell the guys to get on there early. I really would. I mean, like I said, we sank a complete battleship today. I was shocked at how much money we're holding on that. But I just want to tell the story. I just got to. I
Yes.
know I've got stories from the old days. People must think I'm really old, but my first real experience as a bookmaker was about when it was in 1995 when we ran the World Cup cricket, when we went back into cricket, Brent? I think I told you the story. I'm not sure. I think I seem to recall it. And I was getting betting from Centrebet.
Yes.
Remember this?
The Australian company.
Yes, they were the only bookmakers overseas. They used to send me a fax, right?
Yes.
And get this fax, and they sent out betting. And they sent out betting when South Africa played New Zealand in the second or third game. Remember, South Africa had beaten Australia in the first game. And they sent out South Africa at 7-10, right? The guys that are doing sports betting in South Africa, they used to work from Loveday Street. They used to send out their faxes there, right? They sent out South Africa at 1-5. So I priced up 4-10 South Africa, right? I mean, at the end of the day, take my chances. And everybody thought it was free money. I'm not lying to you, Brent. I had one of the richest bookmakers in South Africa. Eventually, I had to stop the people getting on. My head office was in Pretoria. And everybody didn't stop phoning me. Eventually, I said, you have to bring me the cash. A guy arrived there. In those days, not too many people had Jags, right? He arrived in a Jag.
You told me this one. Yes, carry on.
And that free money wasn't so free in the end, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Be careful. New Zealand did it for me then. Maybe they do it for me again this weekend, the other way around, you know?
No, for sure. You know, that's one thing we all learn in betting. And even if sometimes, I mean, myself, I'll sound very bullish on something and I'll say it's put and take and all the rest of it. Deep down, I know that's not the case. Anything can get rolled. I mean, you look, just to digress for a second, Gary, last week, Australia, 122 for 8 in the Ashes.
Yep.
I mean, you've got to say that England, I mean, people must have been laying Australia, bookmakers have been happy to lay you any price Australia there.
Any price, you know, at the end of the day, that's the truth. I mean, you know, there's still, I mean, at the end of the day, I can tell you something in every story, right? I mean, there's Japan that beat us in the rugby, whatever price they were, you know what I'm saying? 1, 2, however many hundred South Africa were, and they got beaten, you know? If I go back to soccer, Leicester to win the league. Now, that didn't happen over 18 minutes, Brent. That happened over the period of 8.5 months, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There are all these horror stories all over the world, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it will happen this weekend. It's less likely to happen in rugby than most other sports, you know what I mean? But people can get sent off. Things do happen. I'm not suggesting for 1 minute that it isn't free money. I'm just saying that things do go wrong.
They certainly do. I'm just busy posting on the chat here. I want the guys to share their best bet this weekend on any sport. I'd be interested to know what the guys fancy. Gary, let's move on to the South Africa game against Argentina. Now, South Africa will, of course, know what they have to do to go into this game to win the Rugby Championships. They've certainly picked what looks a strong side. But I did see the handicap, and I haven't looked. I've been pretty busy this week, but around 7.5 early in the week. But I did see some 5.5 available this morning. Where's the money coming here?
Yeah, look, there's been an even spread, I'll be honest. There's a fair amount of patriotism. And at 7-10, you will lay a little bit of Argentina. That's the truth as well, you know. So you can play around and make your books with this game. There seem to be two sides, you know what I'm saying, of almost equal strength of what's going to happen. And, I mean, anything can happen in this game as well, Brent? I mean, at the end of the day, it's not going to be a free-flowing, beautiful game of rugby, I don't think.
No, that's it. I think this could be a bit of an ugly game. Although I was looking back at the history between the sides, there's been some high scoring, but I think this is going to be an ugly one. I think Argentina got a lot to prove here, Gary, and you know they didn't perform well against Australia. They're back at home now. You would argue they could have and probably should have beaten New Zealand when they went down by 4 points in the opener. So I think this is going to be an ugly one, and I think South Africa will win this ugly. I wrote the preview for the game earlier, and I ended up siding with South Africa, a -5.5, I think it was. And I took them better, but I can't say it's with any confidence. I must tell you, I don't know if this might help make you feel better. My best bet of the weekend is New Zealand -10.5.
No. I mean, no, I understand what you're saying there, but no, I think wouldn't be surprised if New Zealand win by 15, 20 points. I really wouldn't, you know. I'd be surprised if South Africa win by 15, 20 points, to be honest with you, you know. I think that, like you say, if South Africa do win, I'd expect it to be ugly, and I'd expect the whole game to be a real war of attrition, you know. See, they got Creevy back. It's going to be a tough game, you know what I mean? Please believe me, I think he'll use all 23 players, and all 23 of them will know they've been in a rugby game at the end of the match. That I can guarantee you.
Excellent. Well, Thomas Lee in the live chat saying, Gary, thanks for the free bet last week. So, Thomas, let us know what that bet was. We hope it landed. And Gary, let's run the little 500 voucher competition for the free bet on this game, I think. And I'll ask the guys to predict now. And we'll talk about the EPL competition in just a sec. But I'll ask the guys to predict who's going to win this game, the usual, by how many points, and the total points is the tiebreaker, guys. So go for it in the live chat. We'll bring a couple of them up to have a look at as well. I'm pretty sure most guys will go for the Boks, but you might find one or two boys who go for the Pumas on this.
Right, yeah.
And then before we get on to EPL, Gary, just to have a look at the Curry Cup this weekend. I haven't had a good look at the fixtures. We're going to be talking Curry Cup with the rugby boys on the handicap just after this. I'll be certainly one of those weeks where I'm happy to follow because I just haven't had a chance to do a lot of my own research. Where's the money coming for in those games?
We've been fairly quiet so far. We had a little bit of money to run the Mitra Cup, funny enough, but Curry Cup's quiet so far, which makes me think that the markets are fairly well set if we haven't had that much action now, the Pumas 15.5, it's a lot of points, you know what I'm saying? Although, it's a hell of a lot of points. Lions 7.5, there might be a little bit of value there. And the other game, there's no spread. I think the markets are well set this Curry Cup. I'll be honest with you, Brent. There's nothing that really sticks out for me. You know what I'm saying? The Lions maybe, but the one thing about the Curry Cup, the form changes so dramatically from one week to the next. You know what I mean? You do take a chance as a punter, get too involved there.
I think I agree with you, Gary. I think it is a tough one. So we won't spend too much time on the Curry Cup. Just to say, Thomas Lee saying he stuck his free bet on the draw in the rugby championships and smashed it at 33-1.
Yeah. No. He did, and it was really impressive that he caught it. And you know what I mean? I'm happy. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Guys must get in there and win some money. Shame, man. I hope the guy's not watching. But okay, that's not bad. But there's another guy not watching. I've got a punter that every week when he's losing bet on overseas racing, he's going to put the money in the account now and he's going to be quiet for a while. For a while, he's 24 hours. You know what I'm saying?
24 hours. That's what you call taking a break.
Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? It's like the rain break in Cape Town. You know what I mean? It stops for a day and off you go. Okay, Springboks by 6 and 43.
Yeah, I'll just click on a few random ones. We'll have a quick look. Bruce Allen, Boks by 6, 43 points. A couple of guys have gone for Argentina. I see Thomas, Couch Critic, gone for Argentina. A Fat Exorcist, who I believe is one of our New Zealand viewers. He's a bit of a blue supporter. Argentina by 4 and 29 points. He's picturing a real tight scrap in Salter there. So going to be interesting one, that. But, Gary, in the interest of time, I reckon let's talk about English Premier League because, of course, it kicks off tomorrow night with Liverpool at home to Norwich. From a betting heat point of view, that's obviously a very one-sided game. But some interesting fixtures over the weekend, including, of course, United against Chelsea.
I haven't seen out, like I said, I was on the golf course and then I ran straight out tonight. So I haven't seen all the signings and everything. I don't know if Arsenal got David Luiz or anything. I'm going to check it later. It's one of the things I really, really enjoy doing. Yeah, I mean, I think that, United Chelsea are going to be a good game. There are a lot of interesting fixtures there. At the end of the day, we got a price boost there. I think we've gone from 2-1 to 3-1 Wolves away at Leicester. It's because I am a Leicester fan. I think that I don't think Leicester are going to finish that far behind Man United, maybe even this season, But yeah, that's one of our other price boosts. So, we got a price boost on most of the stuff. We have the third price boost as well. I'm trying to think what it was. But yeah, I think the Premier League, really, really interesting. Great to have some long-term bets, you know what I'm saying? And, just great to have it back, you know what I mean? It's just, I know this costs my business money, but for me, one of the most fun things are soccer 10s,
Right.
That's good value. I love taking them.
I remember you and Neil used to enjoy them on the Betting World Show. I used to work out massive perms.
You know what I mean? Neil used to walk in there and we'd get in the morning and he'd say, right, we're going to bank United, Chelsea and Arsenal. Fine, so now I know what we're doing. And we'll get into the show and we'll get onto the United game. And I'm sure Neil was going to tip United. Oh, United absolutely can't win. Then we get, so I thought maybe I can hear it properly. Then we get onto the Arsenal game. Arsenal, no chance. So whatever Neil was banking, he was pushing people away to the other things, on exactly the opposite, to try and increase our dividends, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to ask Chris a question. Did Palace get rid of Saha today? Did somebody buy him?
Yeah, Chris will answer that now. No, I've got no doubt he's been following that. And Gary,
just had another bet in Sandown, race 5. So that retirement lasted the best part of 15 seconds, I
mean, those are the kind of punters you want as a bookmaker.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the horse in Sandown wins, and I won't be so happy. So yeah, I'm assuming that they sold Zaha. If that's the case, if he's tipping them to go down, because I know he doesn't want to play, but if he's there, then they're not a bad side, you know. He's a good coach.
They're definitely a different side with him. I remember that last season. I backed them one game, then they were, can't remember, they were favourites, but like let's just say 12-10. And I backed them and I really made them good things. I can't remember the details, but they ended up starting 2-1. And the reason was that Zaha was actually injured and not playing. And so it's one of those guys you just have. Chris actually saying he thinks not Gary, although Everton were trying, but he wanted to go. But he thinks Zaha is still there at the moment.
I think that for me, I think that 3-1 Arsenal to get in the top 4, or is it wait? No, wait. It could be 3-1 Arsenal to be the top London team. I like that, not because I'm an Arsenal fan. I just think that Arsenal have bought well. I think that, you know what I mean, the team will gel better. If you look at the other London sides, I'm not a big fan of Spurs. I know they did some incredible things, but not for me. And Chelsea, how did they ever, without being able to buy people, how did Chelsea replace somebody like Hazard? You know what I'm saying? I'm not a Chelsea fan this season. I'm really not, you know.
Yeah, looking to oppose him. Look, I'm battling to see past another 2-horse race for the title, Gary. If you, as far as the title winner goes, I mean, City are obviously very short around the 5-10 mark, I think. But you know, who's going to win it? Forgetting the betting value side of it, who do you think is going to win?
I think City will win it. You know, they just bought a game. Yes, they you know what I mean. They have lost company, but you know they replaced. They got so much money. I mean, it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I just think that and Liverpool. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be really interesting. I hope they can put the same pressure as they did last year. I don't know if they can. I think City probably going to win it easier this year.
Yeah, I tend to think as well. I almost one of those feelings where I thought maybe Liverpool, you know, last year was really their big opportunity. Although I think Liverpool, I think they'll push City again. But yeah, I would have to say I think City are probably the business. Emil Korf on the live chat saying that Wolves might impress this year. But Gary, let the guys know about a little competition we're going to run this weekend for R1,000 betting voucher. So you want to run us through what you're looking for there? And just to tell the guys, the email addresses and that I will post below the video in the comment section so they can come back afterwards and have a look in their leisure at how to enter the competition.
Okay, it's a really cool competition. I'll keep you busy. And by the way, next week I'm going to tell you about our Champion Punter series, which we're going to launch, which is going to include the World Cup Rugby. It's the sickest of all the ones we've done. About
brilliant.
It. This bet, just to warm the people up, you have to have R100 bet with GG Gaming between now and the second match that kicks off in the English Premier League. So it excludes Liverpool, right? Because that's just going to limit what you can bet on. And all you can bet on anything. I don't care if it's a 1 to 100 shot. Just spend R100, and then what you need to do is give us your next 9 tips in the soccer, the EPL First Division, the Premier League, right? English Premier League. Give us your tips. We'll go fictitiously and put R100 on each one and see how you went. And the person that gets the most points or the highest return that he would have got going to get R1,000 betting voucher.
Excellent.
So all you do is spend R100 at GG Gaming. Send us a prediction for the 9 EPL games after the Liverpool game. The guy that does the best going to get R1,000 betting voucher. Let's see the rugby guys get involved in this one as well. You know what I'm saying? They can have a bet on the rugby.
Yeah, you can have a bet on the rugby. Send the predictions in for the soccer.
It's free money, right, Brent? Go there, take your 300 to 1,000, take your 30 to 100 or 500 to 1,500, whatever it is. You know what I mean? New Zealand to beat the Wallabies. It's free money. You collect your free money, and you got another chance for R1,000. I think that GG has gone mad this week.
I think they have gone mad. I think Henrik will even be getting involved in a bit of soccer this weekend. I like that one. So, guys, I'll put my email address. It will be down below. But just to let you know, you can send it to brent@goodforthegame.co.za. And I think it's kerry@gggaming.bet, kerry@gggaming.bet. But I'll confirm that address, and we'll just put a brief rundown of the rules. It'll be up after the rugby show below the comments of this video. So you can just go below the video and see that without a problem. So looking forward to that, Gary. And anything from your side this weekend? I know you said you haven't had too big a look at the prices, but any team, you know, I know you mentioned Leicester there, for example. Anyone you're looking to follow? Anything in the lower leagues, perhaps? Or in the horses?
You know, I'm probably going to... I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I was honest about my horse, and I said if it acts on the poly, it would win, and I was worried about it acting on the poly, and it never did. Let's try to get back some money. I have another horse running on Sunday.
Right.
Oh well, that's very. I just wish you'd change his name, this guy. But I'm starting to take it a little bit personally. But anyway, look, I mean, that is really, I don't know, maybe not. And if it was me, if I was running the rankings, and I'll get back to what I was talking about the horse stuff. If I was running the world rugby rankings now, my advice would be suspend it, right? And open the rankings again after the World Cup. Because whoever wins the World Cup, they're the best side in the world. No stories, no excuses, you know what I mean? And they deserve to hold that for a certain period anyway, you know what I'm saying? How does it help to say you're the best side in the world and you get knocked out in the first knockout stages of the World Cup? It's the same as the cricket, you know what I mean? England, they're the best side in the world in cricket. Well, not so sure they are after what we saw last week. But that's another story, and maybe if Jimmy Anderson hadn't gone off or Archer was fit, we'll see what happens next week. But just to go back to my horse, her name is Blankets of Snow. She runs in the first race in Greyville on Sunday. It's around about 12:30. I'm not sure, you know. And you know what I mean? That wouldn't be the worst place to place your 100 rand. She's a really big runner. We're expecting a big run from her. 72.41 Blankets of Snow, first race, Greyville on Sunday. You'll get a proper run for your money.
Blankets of Snow, Greyville on Sunday. So you bet on the rugby all through Saturday. You bet on the English Premier League, and you're sitting there on your couch on a Sunday afternoon, have a punt on, what's it, Blankets of Snow, Gary?
Blankets of Snow, race 1, Greyville.
Excellent. Great, Gary. It's been good chatting to you again, and really looking forward to staying in touch, particularly as we head to the Rugby World Cup. I mean, as you know, we got a lot of EPL punters, but we've also got a lot of boys who certainly love their rugby, and it's going to be very exciting to go through. So, yeah, wishing you a good weekend, and look forward to Blankets of Snow trotting up.
Yeah, let's hope so. And we'll talk next Thursday night where I'm going to launch my Champions Punt. I think the guy's going to be really excited. I hope everybody has a great weekend and enjoys the sport as much as I'm hoping to do.
Excellent. Gary Lenton, thank you very much. Good having you. Please, we got this platform going again. I look forward to chatting to you next week. Thanks also to all the guys on the live show. It's been good being with you. And we hope you'll stay around, because in approximately 8 minutes' time, we'll be talking rugby, the handicap rugby chat that matters. My word, we've got a lot of rugby to talk about this weekend. We'll be talking Champions League. We'll be talking, I'm not Champions League, rugby championships. We'll be talking Curry Cup. We'll be talking Meter 10 Cup. We've got a new guest, Gerard Groenewagen, coming on the show. He's going to help us with a bit of New Zealand rugby, even though he's a local guy. We'll find out more about him. So we'll see you in 8 minutes' time for the handicap rugby chat that matters. Remember, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, do so. And look out, come back to this video and just look out below. We'll have the email addresses and that for that competition on the English Premier League. Cheers, guys, and thanks for watching.